which are the most hot and happening fabrics of the year 2021. Hello everyone, I'm Archana Shankar. I'm a designer, stylist and an image consultant. So if any one of you are new here, please consider subscribing. And once you're subscribed, please do not forget that bell icon. And I'm so glad that you're here today with me. So today we're going to do a video by discussing the hot and happening fabrics for this year 2021. So I had already done a video on colors, the hottest colors of 2021. If you haven't checked it out yet, please go see it here. And today let's discuss about the fabrics that have taken this year by a storm. So number one on the list is denims. Yes, good old denims. We can never get rid of the denims, I feel. So these denims which I'm talking here are not just those plain denims, but the denims with some kind of surface ornamentation on it. So it could be some kind of a work like a patchwork or some fringes or some cut work or even crochet at the edges. And also a lot of washes are in vogue today, like some of those icy blue washes, and also these there are these denims which come dyed meaning to say over dyed. The basic color of that denim will be there, maybe it's a blue and then it's dyed with another color. And some of those denims which are really rocking the scene are those which are tinted and also pastel colored denims. I would say that is my most favorite. It really looks so funky. So denims are really out here to capture us in its new avatar. Number two on the list is organza. Yes, organza is, as you all know, is a very light fabric with a sheer transparent sort of a fabric, and we have this air of a fairy tale, and it is a little tough fabric to handle. Sometimes in the form of a sari, it becomes a little a little tough to handle if you are not somebody who is very confident wearing a sari. But then organza have been in the scene for some time now, and now they are coming in all kinds of different forms. Like they have been, there is the plain organzas, there are these printed organzas which are happening, and there are these big huge floral printed organzas, and also organzas which have got embroidery on it. So one word of caution which I would say is sari is fine, but when you're doing a garment, when you're getting a garment stitched or a blouse stitched in organza, you have to be really careful about the lining that you give. You need to really give a strong lining to it, otherwise it tends to just tear up when you flex and you sweat. The best organzas come in silk, and hence expensive. But nowadays we have a lot of organzas which are being done in polyester and nylon, and that's why how we get our organzas to be cheap. Nowadays we get an organza sari for as less as $600, so that's quite cheap. So that is what it is about organza. Moving over to number three on the list is linens. Again, linens have been there since time immemorial, but then linens always have always catered to a niche clientele, meaning to say not everybody wears linen, but now it's getting more and more popular. And the spring summer collection, many fashion weeks, linen has made a huge comeback. Now linen, as we generally look at linen, we remember linen as something very sober in those earthy tones and beiges and ecru's and all those soft colors. But now linens are becoming more brighter, and they have taken on prints like checks and stripes and more of a floral linens, and they are really so beautiful. And linen, as you should know, is a fabric which I would say has its own brain, meaning it just sometimes falls, it just crumbles down. It you cannot control it. If it's a pure linen, I'm saying there are many fabrics which are a linen cotton mix, over which we have a little bit of control. But a pure linen, which is very expensive as well, it goes beyond $1,000 for a meter. So it has its own mind, but then it's such a beautiful thing to see. People who understand and who are in love with fabrics love their linens. Number 4 on the list is crochet. Crochet is such a favorite fabric of mine. I'm such a die-hard fan of crochet, always. And I've been like this ever since I was a child. I used to, and I still do, try to get crochet fabric in some form. Usually what happens is crochet is not a fabric which you can buy yardage, meaning you can't go to a store and get meters of crochet. They don't come like that. So what I used to do, or what I still do, is I buy some mats or those runners for the tables and then convert them into a blouse, or probably do a collar for a garment, or use it in some part of the garment. But nowadays, because crochet has come back, there are whole dresses done in crochet, and you find with so many brands, they are doing full garment in crochet, or a part or the sleeve or collar is woven in crochet, and then the rest of the fabric would be in some other fabric. So crochet is a beautiful fabric which makes the look of crochet is always very mature and very highly sophisticated, I feel. Number 5 on the list is embroidered nets. Now nets, as you all know, are again a see-through, very sheer fabric which is very light and also very cheap. A basic net is cheap, so we tend to generally buy nets and then get work or embroidery done on nets. But nowadays there are fabrics in itself, meaning yardage coming in nets which are already worked on, meaning there are already a lot of embroidery work and all kinds of sequins and beads and thread work and whatnot. You get such rich nets out in the market to buy the yardage in meters, so you can get them and you can get your lehengas and your wedding gowns and your saris. You can just cut and take and just make a sari out of it, and hence, because it's so heavily worked, it has become expensive. These embroidered nets cost you probably around 1,000 or 1,200, 500, that kind of a range for meter. And the last but not the least on the list is velvet. Yes, velvet is a fabric which is connected with royalty and opulence. Yeah, it's a very rich and sophisticated velvet, and some of the best velvets are made out of silk. But nowadays you also get velvets which are woven out of other synthetic fabrics like polyester and nylon. So hence we get the fabrics cheaper. Now velvet is such a beautiful deep kind of a fabric, as you see, it's got pile on it, and that catches light and has its own play of it's so beautiful how it catches light and forms illusions. So one word of caution when it comes to velvet, since velvet is a shiny fabric, you probably should think before wearing a complete ensemble in velvet. Probably you should use velvet here in bits and pieces, or probably if you're wearing a sari, then the blouse could be in velvet, or you could have some patchwork on the sari, or a top could be in velvet and a skirt could be in some other fabric, or vice versa. But and of course, if you're somebody who feels so grand and who can just take it, and then you can just do your entire garment in velvet, no problem there. And velvets come in such beautiful jewel tones and deep greens and royal blues and deep maroons, and they look so royal. So I believe that you liked this video. If you liked it, please like and share. And those of you who have not subscribed yet, please subscribe right away, and please do not forget to press that bell icon so that you get all my notifications on time. I deal in fashion, style and image. If you have any queries, doubts, any suggestions regarding the topics that you would love me to do for you, then I can do it. Please put it down in the comment box, and I will see you soon. Till then, what I would love to tell you is, all of you hold on, because tough times still going on. It ain't getting any better, and we should just pray and believe that it is going to get brighter and this world is going to be free like how it used to be. So keep smiling. I'll be seeing you soon. Signing off, Archana Shankar.